watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone.
What better way to hit the bye week than by staying unbeaten with a win over Tulsa? This is the Coach Ryan Silverfield Show.
The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone. Don't let car trouble put you on the bench. AutoZone has quality parts and free services to help keep you on the road. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Conway Services, official heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric partner of Tiger Athletics. R.J. Young, technology solutions that power your business. And by the Tennessee Lottery, turning dollars into dreams.
We have hit the halfway point of the 2025 college football season, with the Tigers looking to run the nation's best winning streak to 10 straight. Here are the highlights between the Tigers and Tulsa.
The King himself, Jerry Lawler, released the Tigers on wrestling night as Memphis went for the knockout early on the Golden Hurricanes. The Tigers controlled the tempo from their opening drive, which took 11 plays and nearly 6 minutes before Brendan Lewis connected with tight end Matt Adcock for the 7-yard touchdown to strike first. After a Brendan Lewis interception, Tulsa took over just short of the red zone and would attempt a 34-yard field goal, but the kick was no good due to a Jaden Flaker deflection to keep them off the board. The second quarter started with leaping Tiger Greg Rosier Jr., who hurdled a Tulsa defender for a gain of 4. Same drive, Lewis goes deep downfield to Jamari Hawkins, who makes a spectacular grab in between two Tulsa defenders for a pickup of 47. Hawkins also with a career day, 110 receiving yards. On the very next snap, Sutton Smith found pay dirt on a 3-yard run as Memphis would take a 14-0 lead. Later in the half, the Tigers secured their first takeaway of the game as Tulsa's Kirk Franklin's pass was intercepted by defensive back Chris Bracey at the Tiger 20. And Memphis didn't waste the opportunity. On a free play due to a Tulsa offsides, Lewis goes to the end zone to his top target, Cortez Braham Jr., who grabs the football with just his fingertips for the best catch of the season. 58 seconds later, just like the previous series for the Golden Hurricane, Francis's pass was intercepted, once again placing Memphis just outside of the red zone. The Tigers capitalized with a 4-yard quarterback keeper by Brendan Lewis as Memphis would take a 28-7 lead at halftime. The Tigers would continue to flex their muscle in the second half with a 50-yard field goal by Gianni Spedic and 2 goal line touchdowns by DeRosier and Frank Pezant. Brendan Lewis would finish with 4 touchdowns, 266 in the air, and a team-high 67 rushing yards, while the Tigers' defense finished with 4 takeaways in the dominant 45-7 win as Memphis improves to 6-0 and become the first team in FBS bowl eligible.
This is why I came to Memphis to win games, and I'm glad we're able to do that. And it just shows I made the best decision in my life. It makes me feel really good, and I'm really happy for the city of Memphis that they can be on the ride with us, enjoying these wins, and hopefully, not hopefully, but I know we're going to have a lot of more fun down the season.
We just got elite confidence from our preparation. So, like, he come in and we be like, hey, we got to get one. He get us one. We come in next drive, hey, Kamara, 5-2-4, you got to get you one. And then I get us one, and then we just keep it going like that.
It's amazing, you know, just coming in during the spring, fall camp, summer, just building that camaraderie and confidence that we have with each other, building it every day during practice, and it's a special feeling. But we know that we got to do more. We got a whole bunch of work to do this mid-season for us. Got to put our head down and keep grinding.
Ryan, a lot of people have looked at the University of Memphis as running back you over the last few years. You know, you got Tony Pollard, you got Kenny Gainwell, Antonio Gibson. All of them are playing on Sundays and playing very, very well. But you got 2 running backs right now that I think you're really, really excited to have your quarterback handing the ball off to each and every Saturday.
Yeah, look, Sutton Smith and Greg DeWosier, fantastic. We knew what they were capable of going into the season. Obviously, we had high hopes for Sutton Smith last year prior to the injury. We knew that Greg was very talented. Obviously, he did some great things, especially towards the end of last season, right, the Tulane and West Virginia game. But to put that 2-headed monster sometimes on the field at the same time can give some people some issues. They're very, very talented. They're great young men, and thrilled they're part of running back U.
What I really enjoy about them, whether you're seeing them pregame, in the game, interviewing them, they both have each other's backs. It's not, I know you have known circumstances where 2 guys were battling each other and they were secretly saying, look, I want the ball. These 2 guys don't do that. They actually celebrate each other's success And that's what makes this thing, I think, run really, really well.
Yeah, Mike, I think that speaks volumes to the type of young men they are, right? The culture that we've been able to create, but who they are as individuals. Like, they cheer for each other. I mean, when Greg has a long run, Sutton's on the sideline fist pumping. When Sutton does something great, Greg's up there jumping, right, sometimes trying to take the field to go give him a hug. And that's what you want, those that celebrate one another. It's always about the team over me aspect. But those two pull for one each other. And I think that goes hand in hand with each other's success, and couldn't be more thrilled that they're having it so far this year.
I got to know, though, you and Coach Cramsey, how do you know which guy to go to? I mean, you go to the Arkansas game, and Sutton has the huge run, gives you the go-ahead lead, and you're like, all right, they're going to ride on Sutton. Greg coming off the injury. But no, then you go to FAU, and a 90-yard touchdown return. He goes for 200. How do you and Coach Cramsey know which guy it's going to be on any given Saturday?
Well, there is no magic 8 ball. There is no rolling the dice. The good news is, whichever one you decide to hand the ball to, they're going to do something special with it, and they each have the capabilities to do it. I've been telling NFL scouts that either one of them has the ability to actually line up as a wide receiver. They're both so talented. We know how talented they both are in the return game as well. But out there on the field, Coach Cramsey does a great job dialing it up, and you can't go wrong with either Sutton Smith or Greg DeWosier.
You have a third-headed monster in this running game, and you knew it when you brought him in from Nevada. You know, you got a new starting quarterback, but I have to ask you, are you going to teach him how to slide?
Brennan Lewis is what you appreciate about him. He's so gutsy. Like, he's a tough young man that just loves ball, and he's not afraid of contact. And look, we've had some great quarterbacks in the past. Probably don't run quite as well. No offense against the Brady Whites and the Seth Hennigan's, but they don't run quite like Brennan Lewis does. But yes, we've asked him, hey, be smart, right? Like, I understand 4th and 1, go get that yard. But 1st and 10, you pull it down. If you can get out of bounds to protect yourself, do it. Maybe slide. He kind of gives you one of those, okay, coach, and you're saying, all right, bud, let's protect yourself. He'll understand as the season continues to go on. Hopefully, more than anything, he stays healthy.
How difficult was it from a fan's perspective after all those years of Seth and Brady? You know, you're throwing it all over the place. You still had a good running game, but you really knew with Brendan adding to that backfield. When did you and Coach Cramsey realize, and Coach Cramsey mentioned it during one of his pressers, is, I coach through the players I have. You have always said that as well. How tough was that transition from being one of this air-it-out passing game type things to, look, we can really do damage on the ground with this running game?
Well, I think that's part of it. I think coaches are too stubborn to sit there and say, well, we got this guy, but he doesn't fit what I want to do. It's just not going to work this year. That's shame on those guys. And I think, credit to the players. Yes, we still have an offensive scheme. We still have X's and O's that we like to do. And there's different things you can implement based off of your personnel. And that's the way we'll always be, especially this day and age with the transfer portal.
Right.
70 new players. Could you imagine if I just said, well, only 24 of them get to do exactly what we want to do in the scheme. The other ones got to sit back and we chose the wrong ones. No, it's our job to adapt and adjust our scheme, our X's and O's to fit our guys. And Brennan Lewis no differently. He's fit in well with what we do. We've made some tweaks, we've made some adjustments, as we will do every single week to fit his skill set.
You knew that the running game was going to be good, and I know I'm focusing on that three-headed monster of yours, but kudos to your offensive line, because obviously if those blocks don't happen, those big chunk plays don't happen as well. Again, you had some changes along that line as you had a lot of changes this year. How happy are you with the way that offensive line is meshing as you get to the halfway point?
Yeah, no question. I think the continuity and playing together, week in and week out, they're going to continue to get better. But I've been pleased with them. They'll be the first to admit, hey, we missed this block here, we missed this call here, we got to be better in the protection here. But they're doing an excellent job. They take a lot of pride anytime they get to see those running backs break loose, especially if that guy's not getting touched to a linebacker or secondary level more so.
You know what? I think I've never seen offensive linemen run faster than when they're chasing down a guy that they know is breaking a long run.
Yeah.
I mean, don't ever let those guys tell you that they can't do wind sprints, because on those is that not one of the best things as a coach, where you see everyone chasing down a big play like that?
Oh, absolutely. And the big guys like it because hopefully they don't have to line up and play anymore. Hey, we get to kick the extra point and then go sit on the bench
Exactly.
and get some water. Absolutely. We'll run down, chase. We'll go celebrate with them in the end zone. And that's what you want to see. We talked about each other, earlier with Sutton and Greg supporting one another. But the entire offense, right? It doesn't matter if it's Greg touching the ball, Cortez Braham, Brennan Lewis. It doesn't matter. They celebrate. They enjoy being around one another. And, man, nothing more sweet than running down to the end zone, chasing down a big explosive play.
He has one of the best nicknames around. My one-on-one with newcomer Pooda Walker when the Ryan Silverfield Show returns.
watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone.
Pooda Walker has played a big part up front for this year's Tiger defense, motivated to succeed since he's playing for more than just himself.
This is Chick-fil-A Inside Access.
So, Pooda, I'm going to give you a fun fact about myself. My dad, he played here at the University of Memphis. His name was Mac Cody. He wore 10, so his nickname naturally was Mac 10 when he was on the field back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is, where does Pooda come from?
Pooda come from my mom. She said when I was younger, I used to poot a lot, so she wanted to call me Pooh Bear, but it was a lot of people had that nickname. So she was like, one day she just said Pooda. And we just rode with it ever since. And I mean, now, like, people don't even know my real name. People don't even call me my real name. I just go by Pooda. So that's kind of the name I want to. That's the name. I love that name. So
you own that name?
Yes, sir.
That's
sure.
Cool. So you had a very unconventional path to get to Memphis, starting D2 at West Florida, then making the transition to Kennesaw State.
I had a shot at my hometown school, which was West Florida, where I'm from. The summer before that, my best friend was murdered. He was at Kennesaw State, he was a quarterback at Kennesaw State. And after that, when I hit the portal, I had several offers, but when I went on the visit to Kennesaw, like seeing his locker and everything, like something just hit me, you know, like this is the place I need to be.
I'm sorry to hear about your best friend. That's tragic. So what was his name?
Ladarius Clarity.
You and Ladarius, you guys grew up together?
Yes, sir.
To go and see his locker at Kennesaw State, what was that like for you to just kind of be where, you know, some place that was familiar to him?
Mm-hmm. It meant a lot. You know, he was going, when he was there, he was wanting to play football, also get a degree. But we, growing up, we used to challenge each other in the classroom and stuff in high school, workouts, a lot like that. We always challenged each other to get our grades. Grades was our main thing. So when I went there, it kind of hit me as like, it's a job that still need to be done, you know? So I wanted to go and finish what he started there, which I did. I ended up winning his award. I ended up actually graduating from there, which was our main goal, was to graduate college, like be generational curses. It really motivated me more than anything. Just knowing what he wanted in life and knowing what kind of person he was. Like, why can't I carry myself like that and hold myself to the standard while he ain't here?
Was there a moment that you had to yourself that you was like, no, Ladarius wants me to be in Memphis. Ladarius might see something here with this team that he would do?
I would say the structure here what really led me here. And me and him, we always tried to have things in order. I went in a team meeting, and the first thing I heard was, eyes up. And everybody was like, all in. And I was like, oh yeah, I like that. Me and Coach Silverfield actually had something in common. We both had kids on the way at the same time, so our bond kind of grew from there.
That's unique too. A lot of people don't have that type of, I guess, relationship, or can build that type of relationship with their head coach at the same time.
Yes, sir.
So when you guys were going through that together, I mean, what were some of the messages that you guys were sharing with each other?
We had some messages, like text messages at time, like, we'll get through this, like, we're gonna be the best fathers we can be, you know? And I remember one message we had, it was like, nothing's gonna be more important than our kids. So that really stuck with me, when you can have a relationship with your head coach. You know, sometimes in college football these days, coaches just want you for what you could do for them, but I really feel like he had like my best interest, all our best interests, so yeah. Is
Coach Silverfield a guy that you can kind of relate to, like Ladarius? It sounds like, you know, you said the structure, the way that the program is ran, and, you know, one of the best in the classroom as well, is seeing that you've already graduated.
I would say like leadership. Main thing I would say accountability. He hold all us accountable, no matter what we doing. Remember one time, LD, I didn't want to get up and work out one morning. We went out one time. We got back kind of late. It's like a quick turnaround. It was like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. He came to my house. He knocked on the door. But he got in because he had a key to my house. That's how close we was. So he went in my dad's room, woke my dad up, like, Pooda don't want to get up for workout. But my dad came bust in the room. Well, you better get up and go get these workouts. Then my dad was like, when that day right there, he knew that he was a true friend. And I could say, like Coach Silverfield, he hold all us accountable. I mean, in the classroom. Like, I mean, we got study hall. You don't get that work done by Friday before it's time to travel. You're going to be in study hall and we traveling.
What is it like on that team, your teammates, to, you know, kind of build that brotherhood in this one season, and how have you guys been able to kind of lift yourselves up? Because it's been a tremendous start for the year for you guys, and obviously there has to be a lot of trust to get to this point in the season.
Man, I can speak a lot about that. I mean, this team is special, man. I knew when I came that this team was special, the way we worked in the summer with. That's one person I was talking to on my process to coming here. It was in the summer, we was working out. And he was like, it's us. Like, us versus everybody. So that kind of stuck with me. I'm like, when we got in that game the other week, it was fourth quarter, Arkansas game, right when we got that turnover, we come to the sideline. He said them same exact words, it's us. And I hugged him like, you told me it was us. You told me it was us in the summer. So it was like, we was building something special, but this whole team, like everybody bond is just different. I feel like that come from our head coach, how he carry himself.
Ryan, in this day of the transfer portal and you guys looking to add the right players, it doesn't always have to be a power 4 guy. Pooda, you get him from Kennesaw State. I mean, where did you find him? I mean, how do guys like that stand out in order to become a big part of the Memphis Tigers defense?
Yeah, you know, Pooda actually started his college career at a Division II school, then transferred to Kennesaw State, and when he was in the portal, he was a guy that we recognized that maybe could make a difference on our defense, and so that's part of it. It doesn't matter if they come from University of Michigan, Kennesaw State, Rhodes College. If they're the right fit for what we want to do on and off the field, we're going to find a way to add them.
Our Conway Services Hot Mic Question of the Week helps us put a wrap on the show when we come back.
This is the AutoZone. Road ahead.
Ryan, I got to ask you, how hard is it to believe that we are already at the halfway point of this 2025 season?
Yeah, halfway point of the regular season.
Let me not forget that.
Yeah,
He's absolutely right.
But no, it is. It flies by. And I think what's happened is in college football, this day and age, right, spring football flies by. The transfer portal windows, the recruiting, the summer camps, all those things. It's just there's always something going on. And as soon as you finally get to where your bread is buttered, and the season, week after week after week, and it's flown by. I've been proud of the guys, the way they've focused, the way they continue to work, and understanding we have a lot of good football ahead of us.
Bye weeks, you've seen some teams that got it in week 2 or week 3 preparing for a big game. To be right in the middle of the season, how good do you feel about that you know, this is your first break after you've grinded throughout really the end of July?
Yeah, I think the timing's perfect. I think the opportunity to let's look and reflect upon what we did well, and things that we can improve upon. Right, a little bit of a self-scout. All right, get our guys a little bit fresh. Right, we don't want to grind them completely during the bye week, and then all right, now let's focus on our next opponent and what lies ahead.
What's your message to the guys? Because obviously you get this week off, you want them to refresh their bodies, their minds, but what is the singular message from head coach to player as you hit the bye week?
Yeah, look, it hadn't changed. It's going to be no different as if we had an opponent on Saturday. Let's put the blinders on. Let's continue to focus on what we need to do to improve every single day. We're still going to go out there and practice. We're still going to have meetings. And what we can't do is sit there and say, okay, hey, we're doing some good things. We can rest on it. We can figure this thing out. We'll come back to work in a week. That's not what it's all about. How do I stay in the mind frame? How do I stay in the focus? How do I continue to find ways to push myself to get better, right, even though it's considered an off week, and so we can come out swinging when it's all said and done.
Stay in the mindset. Stay in the focus. What about you, though? Obviously, things change. We talked about it a few shows ago with being a dad. Does this allow you that extra few minutes on a bye week? I know where your focus is. I know how important your girls are to you. But is this one of those weeks that you're looking forward to? Because maybe the demands aren't as much, maybe just a little bit lower. Can you enjoy the bye week as a head coach? There's not the stress of having to play another game on a Saturday immediately, but there's still so many things you have to do. You know, our coaching staff, myself included, are going to go on the road recruiting. We're going to watch some of these tremendous high school prospects out there and see where the future Tigers may be. And I think that's part of it. But at some point, you sit back and maybe on a Wednesday night, take a deep breath. Maybe I get to enjoy a meal at home, which really you don't get to do during the season.
The AutoZone Road Ahead. AutoZone has quality parts and free services to help keep you on the road. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Our Conway Services Hot Mic Question of the Week helps us put a wrap on the show when we come back.
You're watching The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone.
What does Coach Silverfield love about the 901? We find out in tonight's Conway Services Hot Mic Question of the Week.
This is the Conway Services Hot Mic.
Hey, Coach. Besides the Tigers, obviously, what's your favorite part of living in Memphis?
Nate, great question. As you know, I love everything about this wonderful city and this community. Obviously, our athletic department, the university, all those things go hand in hand. But this city's been great, and I think it all starts with the people, right? You talk about it, whether it's the fans that show up to games or the people you get to meet out in public. I've been so grateful to be able to meet so many tremendous people that I call friends here in the city of Memphis. People like you, Nate. Hopefully I get to meet you here before too long. Not only those that support the Tigers, but that support this great community and that believe in this city and know we have something special here.
The Conway Services Hot Mic, sponsored by Conway Services, the official heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric partner of Tiger Athletics.
Halfway home, a look back at the best moments from the first half of the season next week.
Before it's back to work, with a lot of work still to do, we'll see you right back here next Sunday. Good night, everybody.
The Ryan Silverfield Show, presented by AutoZone. Keep your vehicle in the game with AutoZone. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Conway Services, official heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric partner of Tiger Athletics. RJ Young, technology solutions that power your business. And by the Tennessee Lottery, turning dollars into dreams. Copyrighted telecast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Memphis. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written permission of the University of Memphis and Learfield.